94 WYSP.
You found me. I can't hide. Running my yap. Hi, it's Grease.
Oh, Greaseman. Greaseman.
Yes, sir.
Yo, what? You are sweet. That's all I have to say that.
What can I do for you, sir?
You're sweet.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, what do you think about all these crazy outfits all teenagers be wearing and stuff?
Well, whatever. You know, styles come and they go. See, everybody was hocking me for hanging onto my bell bottoms. Well, guess what? They're back in style. For all these years, they're back. Of course, some of it I've already donated to the third world, and I watch it on the news every night. My old clothing that I've donated on those church drives, those earthquake relief, those flood. I saw some guy in Zimbabwe in my Nehru jacket the other day. So the styles, they go, they come. Hi there, it's Grease. What's going on?
Hey, Greaseman.
Yeah.
How you doing? You like the NBA?
Yeah, I watch it every now and then, yeah.
Yeah, how about that fight last night? You see that?
That was unbelievable. And the, you see people cutting loose like that. I mean, Steve Rivers cleared both benches. You know, I think kudos should go to Pat Riley for helping to quell the fisticuffs. And I noticed he didn't muss a single strand of his perfectly moosed hair. You notice that? He's wrestling around. He still looks like $1 million.
Hey, he and Jimmy Johnson ought to hang out.
Yeah, man. Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was wild. Not that you want to see a game descend like that, but every now and then, little something to get you going. Hi, it's Grease.
Grease?
Yes.
How you doing?
Good.
Good. Listen, I already have a girl talk about her wedding, but that's what I want to talk about, if that's all right.
What is that?
Since I became engaged, if my fiancée hears this, she's going to kill me. It has been like, see the inaugural ball?
Yes.
That's what this is coming to.
You mean every time you turn around there's another party, there's another event?
Oh, but I mean, as far as planning this wedding, the band, the limousines.
I'm telling you, that's why you should elope. It's so much less strain, all this hassle. I mean, you'd be so glad to be married and get it over with.
And now it's like every day I see her, and it's like Jeopardy music is playing. She'll say $1,900, and I got to say something like, "What is the cost of the band?" Every time she walks in the room, it's more money, more money, more money. I don't know what to do. I mean,
good luck.
I covered the whole thing. Now it's where we're going to live. I told her just get a wigwam. You know, and we'll live in the street. We're looking all over the suburbs and the city.
What, are you going to buy a house?
Yeah.
Good luck. Good luck, man. How old are you?
27.
God, how old is she?
24.
Oh, God.
Both with stable careers, though. We're all right.
Run like hell.
Run like hell?
Cancel it. Just disappear. Change your name and identity.
She makes more money than me.
Oh, okay. But still sounds like it's going to be a hassle.
Oh, who not to invite? Who's in the wedding party?
Right.
Flowers.
Oh, man. Sounds like trouble. Avoid it. Cancel it. Enjoy your freedom a while longer.
You want me to tell her you said that?
Yes. And I said that you're feeling spilkus, and you're feeling spilkus. I mean, right now, the way you're feeling is kind of scary. You're.
Now let's you just drop them pants.
Don't you feel like that a little bit?
A little.
I mean, you just wanted a simple wedding. I mean, you didn't want to rent the main ballroom at the plaza.
What's it all about?
All you want to do is marry the woman and get on with your life. She's a nice person.
Just drop them, boy.
She cooks a good meal.
Them panties.
Gives you reasonably decent snarling.
Take them off.
And now, all of a sudden, you're hiring bands. You're buying food you can't pronounce. You're spending money like it's growing out in a money tree in the backyard. You wanted to be the groom. Nowhere did you ever say you wanted to be the squealer. But yet somehow you are the squealer. Every time you turn around, if she's making more money than you, sir, how come you're paying how come she comes to you with the money requests?
I have no idea.
How come she comes in $1,900 and you got to say, oh, what, you got to pay the band? I mean, where did that happen? Why do you say, you want the big wedding? You line it up. I'm having a beer and I'm going to watch the ball game here. Huh? But instead, listen, this is you. This is you and the guy that's organizing the wedding. He sees that you one big squealer. Huh? So I say run. I say get behind the wheel of your car. Find a town where nobody knows you. Start over again. I mean, you're thinking, Grease, I got my roots here. Yeah, you got your roots here. There's one big root, and it's pointed right at you, buddy. And you're going to be on that log. You're facing the moss. And a mountain man. I'm speaking figuratively, of course. But at the end of the night, when you got to write that check, you're going to feel like the squealer.
Do you realize how butch you two look
The
together?
choice is yours.
Got to sour here to the board.
Right now, you don't have. She has no paperwork on you, whatever.
You better than that.
Huh?
Come on, squeal.
Is that what you want to do? Huh?
That is a good idea.
All right.
Listen, real quick. The other night you sang a song and she was in the car. It's the first time I seen her laugh in a long time. That schnippity doodad.
Oh, she laughed? On second thought, I think this wedding is a great idea. I say you go ahead, full speed. Sounds like a wonderful woman, and you're going to be very happy
I'm not
to.
looher for furniture.
Oh, you buy it for whatever she wants. You buy. All right. Yeah. I mean, I had no idea that she was an aficionado of the more unusual broadcast presentation. So I say, yeah, and she likes wacky tunes too. Well, all right. Let me do one for her. That'll. You run, go get her. I'll wait a second here and crank up the radio loud so that she can hear it. I think sometimes, as I was telling another lady, you get these wedding things, you hear about these outrageous people dropping 10, 15 G's on a wedding. Well, they could probably start out with that money. Maybe it'd help buy that house or help keeping them from starting. So many people start their lives in total debt. And that's a scary thing. I mean, you're not even married already, you owe 15 G's. Take the 15. Keep it handy for that new car. All right, let me sing a wacky tune for you and your bride. My doodad swing like a pendulum do. Avocado packages, how about you? Sporting flaming fuselage ready to begin. The rosy red bruises from the slapping on your chin. Now if you grope and squeeze a virtual potpourri of different packages everywhere you'll see. Take a tip before you grip another cheesy trunk. Or grab a hold and see that thing and oiga volt and swell. Don't get too close to the mozzarella smell. Like a pendulum door, give a little squeeze and they just might spew. Mr. Ed appendages inside a Speedo, the mighty bold presence of my avocado. Mama's old pajamas and my daddy's mustache have something in common, the scent of cash. Like a fine cigar, it's under your nose. Hey, buddy, you know where it goes. My doodad swing like a pendulum do, slapping on the Bombay's black and blue. Hanging to my kneecaps, look at them sway. You better move back, 'cause the geyser's on the way. Yeah. Just a silly little something there, a silly little song to bring a smile in this life of tears. Hello.
Yeah, hello, Greaseman.
Yeah, you made it.
Yeah, all right. I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Now, George Foreman has an upcoming bout with Tommy Morrison.
Yeah.
Considerably white boy, considerably younger than George Foreman.
Yeah.
Now, I was wondering if you think maybe George Foreman overextend himself.
Well, I thought, trying to think of the fight I watched George Foreman do where he went the distance and everybody...
Alex Stewart, he fought Alex Stewart.
And they thought they'd knock him out the first round. He went the whole way and almost won the damn thing. Is that the fight? Are we talking about the same fight?
He looked like Buddha at the end of last fight.
Well, all right. So, admittedly, and George is good about it. I mean, he makes fun of himself. He's, he talks about how he fights so he can just buy more chicken and stuff like that. And he likes to eat, and he have 15 hamburgers before. But I kind of like it. Maybe it's because George and I, the years are going by, and we're getting up there, and but I kind of like to see George. I like to see a guy in his 40s out there. Pa, pit, pa, pit, pa, pit, pa, pa, pit, pa. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I'm 37 years old myself.
Oh,
and as a rule, you watch boxing, and a black man, they usually win.
Well, I don't know.
I think for Father Time might be taxing old George Foreman a little bit too much here.
I don't know. Hey, you can't really tell until tonight, but I love the fights, man. I'm glad I'm not in there. Imagine that. You see, your job, my job, whatever job you do, at least you don't have somebody swinging at you normally.
Yeah, buddy.
You know what I'm saying?
Why so?
And there's George. Bip, bop, bip, bop. All right. Thanks for the call.
Thank you, my friend.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, old George, man. Still doing it. Now, him and Riddick Bowe, I don't know about that. Imagine him. I'm sure he'd take the shot. By the time you get to Riddick, then you're talking, $10 million if you win, $7 million if you lose. You know, I'd almost be tempted if I knew I wouldn't get slapped silly. Yeah, isn't Riddick almost about twice George's age?
4 minutes.
Yeah, well, George will just move with the years of experience, wily and cat-like around the ring. All right, I got to take a pause just for a second, but I will be back. 1-800-544-9294 is the number if you need to get hold of me. Stand by for more of the Greaseman Show.
This weekend, 94 WYSP puts you in control. You want it? You got it. The all-request weekend.
Yeah, I'd like to request a song. Yeah, can I make a request? Hi, I'd like to make a request.
Oh, yeah, I was wondering if you play some John Lennon.
This weekend, you say it, and we'll play it. All request. We'll take you inside Philadelphia's largest on-air music library. And we'll put you in the driver's seat. It's the all-request weekend. I mean, after all, isn't this why you bought your radio in the first place? The all-request weekend. It happens this weekend from the only station big enough to bring it to you. We're the classic rock station. 94 WYSP. Thanks for listening to Philadelphia's classic rock radio station. 94 WYSP. We specialize in only the great stuff from the past 4 decades. And we would love to have your input. Give us a call right now at 668-8320 and let us know how we can better serve you. We're the classic rock station. 94 WYSP.
You can be a doctor, a plumber, a deep sea diver, screenwriter, sculptor, exotic car driver, DA, MBA, TDS, CPA, architect, jet mechanic, VA. Okay. Hot air balloonist, parachutist, cartoonist. You can do anything if you don't do drugs. Whoa. Now be a mover, a shaker, have your own newspaper, top marine, a mega merger maker, peace defender, hot goaltender, have your own show, Lincoln Center, sub-captain, financier, even be a mountaineer. You can do anything if you don't do drugs.
Hey, it's a life or drug situation. In the Navy and Marine Corps, we think you got a lot better things to do than drugs.
Be an author, engineer, astronaut, artist, director, designer, doggy psychiatrist, fast pitching left-hander, boat commander, reporter, lawyer, cattle rancher, blue angel pilot, and mountain giant. You can do anything if you don't do drugs.
A message from a drug-free Navy and Marine Corps.
When you want the best there is, you go to a specialist, someone who really knows the field. Now, if you're shopping for a minivan, you want the specialist from the minivan store, your nearest Dodge dealer. That's where you'll find Caravan, America's bestseller. And because Dodge dealers have sold more minivans than anyone, they know more about minivans than anyone. So they're experts at matching the right Caravan to the right family. And with 14 models to choose from, that's a lot of matching. From the budget-pleasing base Caravan to the incredible all-wheel drive Grand Caravan. Every model comes equipped with power steering, power brakes, even a minivan driver's airbag for added protection when you use your seatbelt. Plus options like V6 power, anti-lock brakes, built-in child seats, and a whole lot more. Which combination is right for you? The specialist knows. And there's only one place to find a minivan specialist. The Minivan Store at your nearest Dodge dealer.
The Pennants, the premier sports and entertainment complex in the Delaware Valley, is at it again. The Pennants presents one of the greatest classic rock groups of all time, the Guess Who. The Guess Who, performing all the classics this Thursday at the Pennants in Holmes, Pennsylvania. The Guess Who.
She's come undone. She didn't know what she was headed for.
Call 237-6549, 237-6549 for advance tickets to the Guess Who.
I'll be there to shake your hand. I'll be there to share the land. These are
Friday, March 26th, Backstreet takes to the stage at the Pennant. Saturday, the Chatter Band entertains. And don't forget, the Pennant hosts a special edition 94 WYSP after-work party on Friday. It's a big action-packed weekend at the Pennant, and it all kicks off with the Guess Who this Thursday. Call 237-6549 for advance tickets.
Hi, David Garner again, president of Connect Long Distance. You know, thanks to these commercials, I've become something of a minor celebrity. The way things are going, I probably could get my own summer replacement series. But I'm content to stay right here on the radio, helping you small businesses keep your phone rates down, up to 20% off the big boys basic rates. Of course, if the right offer come along. In the meantime, call us toll-free at 1-800-326-SAVE. That's 1-800-326-SAVE.
Who is America's toughest man? On March 27th, all America will find out. Tough Man World Championship. The rules are simple. One man fights another man. The winner fights another man and another, and keeps on fighting until we all find out who is America's toughest man. Tough Man World Championship, a non-stop slugfest. Saturday, March 27th, live on pay-per-view. Call your cable company.
You're listening to The Greaseman Show on 94 WYSP Philadelphia.
A lot of people say, Grease, do you think it's healthy? And I don't mind criticism either. If you want to call me up and say, this thing you have, this fascination with your bone-dry martini, the way you almost talk about it, the way I can almost hear you smacking your lips and literally frothing at the very thought of inebriation. No, it's not inebriation. Let me get that straight. I don't get liquored up. I don't get liquored up. I just have a bone-dry. And even though my funny little honey waits at home and the pots are bubbling and the scent of food greets me when I come lumbering through the door. I like going out and having one in the bar room, just talking to people. That's how I get some ideas. Lots of pitch ideas. You get them and you sit there with your elbows there, eating a pickled egg, talking to the guy next to you. Talk to guys. You're in Nam? Yeah, I was in Nam. Bartender, buy him a drink. Never forget when that mortar blew off next to me. A lot of guys tell me when they victims of severe concussion, they share a similar eerie feeling that when they come to, they wonder if they're dead. And this is what heaven is like. Because one minute you're in a battlefield, there's mud and noise and everything, and the next minute there you are with the veils all around you. But actually it's just the privacy curtains there in the hospital ward. I said, hell. That happened to me, and I knew I wasn't dead because I woke up hungry and my feet were cold. The bartender said, well, wait a minute. I said, well, I just reasoned with myself. I said, if I'm hungry, I can't be in heaven, right? Because they wouldn't let you go hungry in heaven. Lord knows if my feet are cold, I can't be in hell, right? So I still got to be alive and a stinking planet. He said, easy. I said, all right. Bone dry, just one more, and then I got to go. Bone dry. And then, as I'm talking to the bartender, you listen to the peripheral conversation. Some guy comes walking in, he bumps into a guy that's dating his daughter. Some college puke. Sitting there sipping a beer with a couple of his buddies, and the guy says, oh, young man, yes, you were out with my daughter the other night. She came home like she was on top of the world. I mean, she was so happy, she was almost giddy. Are you responsible? And the kid leered at his friends and said, yeah, you might say I had a hand in it. So that's why I go out for my bone dry. I sit there. That's why I always limit myself at 1, maybe 1.5, because if I get more than that, then I start to remember childhood stuff. And does anybody? I mean, nobody wants to hear a guy in a seersucker suit at the end of the bar yelling, they did it to me! Maggots! They're all maggots! Very unpleasant. The pressures they put on you at school, I think I'm still recovering from. Funny, the events that stick out in your whole career. I remember one time, it was like 5th or 6th grade, BS 32. We're taking a test and I'm hating life because I got to go to the bathroom. You know, and you had to raise it either, when you had to go, you raise one finger for number 1 and 2 fingers for number 2. So I said, ma'am, I got to hit the head. I got to hit the can. He said, Nino, you can't leave the room during a test. You'll just have to wait. And I'm like, oh, God. Oh, Nelly. Well, broadcast went on for another 25 minutes. Everybody turned in their papers. She said, all right, Nino, you can go. I said, I don't have to anymore. She said, how's that possible? I said, well, I couldn't wait, so I whipped out my geography textbook, and I cut loose right in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean.
The Greaseman Show.
It's the Greaseman Show, a little slice off the best of Kansas CD. Nothing like it, man. Nothing like it. I'm looking forward to the springtime. What about you? You feeling ready for it? Enough already, huh? Enough already with the fakakta weather. Let's get some serious heat out here. And I love it. A lot of people say, Grease, was it because you lived in Florida all those years? You don't mind the heat? No, I like it. The hotter the better, man. Reminds me of my time in the Belgian Congo. Yeah, there's some heat for you. You want to talk 105, 106 in the shade every day. Yeah, that's why I like it when it gets hot around here. I like it when my shirt sticks to my skin. Man. I had some close calls over there. You know, I was the liaison man between our government and the puppet government of Moise Chumber. And he turned me on to Jomo Kenyatta and Patrice Lumumba. They kind of took me under their wing and they showed me the ropes. Oh, God, I probably shouldn't have taken that trip. But I find fascinating, tell me if you don't agree, People that have never been assimilated into modern society. People that still live as they always did since the beginning of time. With the tools, only kind of tools they got is ones they made. They live far away from electricity and televisions and radios and books, and they just exist totally by the law of the jungle. I think that is fascinating. They have no police department. They just form their own civilization. They go to bed when it's dark out. They wake up when the sun comes out. They don't know about accountants and portfolios. They don't file taxes. They probably don't get ulcers either. They don't sit in traffic. Think about that. There are still little pockets of civilization where the people are not bound like you and I are by convention. Wouldn't know how to tie a tie. They're naked, for God's sakes, all the time. Sweet! They have tribal rituals where, yes, they have a sort of marriage. They raise their children. They die. They bury them by their own custom. We farm everything out. We buy our food already cooked. Even our dead we give to somebody else to prepare. They do everything. I had to see them. Now, Moise and Yomo both warned me against the ferocity of the Yanomamo tribe, but I had to see them. And see them I did. I went out there and I was captured like immediately. I figured I'd go out and make gestures for peace, and they spoke enough English from the missionaries that they'd already eaten. They grabbed me, spun me around. Next thing I know, my clothing was stripped from me. I was put in a pot of water, and they started gathering wood to heat the water and literally boil me alive. I said, you guys don't want to cook and eat meat? Now, wait a minute, we can talk about this. And the chief is like, oh, yes, we do want. I said, no, wait, you look at me standing here naked before you in this pot of water that you're about to heat up. All these years of weightlifting, I probably would be the lousiest meal you ever had. Look at this. Arms all hard and sinewy. Look at his chest. You can't find anything good to eat in there. Look at all this grotesque of it, all this muscle. You want to chew on muscle? Look at my washboard abdominals here from thousands of sit-ups. I mean, even my glutes. Look around. Look at the tuchus. I mean, all those years of doing squats, leg raises. I mean, you're not going to find yourself. You won't like it. It won't be good. He said, oh, we do not worry about your weightlifting. The only part of the body we eat is the doodads. Oh, no!
It's the all-new Greaseman Show.
Ah, you made it through. It's Grease. What's cooking?
Grease, this is Anthony from Nation's Capital.
Yeah, Anthony, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, I was wondering if you were still, since you made the trip up to New York, if you and John Riggins are still raising hell and shooting skeet, or is the friendship ceased?
No, friendships never cease. I mean, sometimes you're geographically wrenched apart, but no, as a matter of fact, Riggo came over for dinner the other night.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. And we swapped some stories, and we keep in touch.
Yeah, well, you guys started teaching the boys up there in New York about Riggo, because...
Everybody knows about Riggo. He's a Hall of Famer. John Riggins, number 44. Everybody knows Riggo.
When I called up there, the guy answered the phone. He's like, who's John Riggins?
Well, all right. Well, not everybody's.
He's like, I'm not in this. I was like, everybody knows John Riggins.
A baseball fan, but we're teaching Anthony a little bit about this.
Huh?
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
You bet.
Bye-bye.
I guess that's what can happen to us all. Well, he's been, how long has John Riggins been retired now? Would you say? It's been 8 years. Right. So there you go. Anthony, you were how old then? You were like, you were just a lad, just a little. Yeah, you know, and it's funny, when Riggo came over, he didn't mention the incident one bit. We've put that behind us. It was a mistake. I know it was a mistake. He understands it was a mistake, and yet it's a little awkward. Well, you know, Riggo, I don't know how much you know about old number 44 from the Redskins, but he's the last of the mountain men. And even though he was very successful financially, and he did very well with his monetary gain, old Riggo still kind of lived out in the woods. Because he's a hunting man. He likes to hunt, and he likes to fish. And rather than live in a big city where you got to make a long drive to get to the things you love, he built a lean-to out there. where when he wanted to get away, he could just get away when no one else could ever find him. I went out there one foggy night. The dark woods, not a soul in sight. The dog howled and gave me a fright. It was dark in that park. By mistake, made him ache. Didn't mean to, in the lean-to that night. Big John had invited me. He gets lonely for company. Spend the night neath the stars and trees. I fell asleep. It was deep. Got a dreaming about a reaming. Didn't mean to in the lean-to that night. See, I'm not used to sleeping out in the woods like that. I've told you I'm a city puke. I don't know from nothing about that. And on top of that, I'm used to cuddling my funny little honey. Well, I guess I rolled over or something, and there was John. And, I was so asleep, and we'd been into the corn liquor. And, well, I just thought he was she, and that led to what does it say about my manhood? He never did wake up. The next morning, by the coffee pot, the double bag tasted bold and hot. But then I noticed that sticky spot. Did I lunge? Did I plunge? Did I bore? Old 44! I didn't mean to in the lean-to that night. But we put it behind us, and the past is past. Matter of fact, we never even said anything that morning, I just looked at him and turned away, and he looked at me and took a long, hot bath. And that was the end of it. Well, actually, not totally the end of it. As we were walking back to the cars, he let fly with an SBD, and this big old bubble appeared. Oh, pretty hit it. I gave him that inflatable cushion for a little gag gift at Christmas. But it's over. It's done. I didn't mean to in the lean-to that night. Hi, it's Grease. How you doing?
All right, I wanted to ask you a question about Charlie Manson. What do you think he thinks about this guy in Waco, Texas?
Charlie, man, I don't think he's staying up at night worrying about it.
Yeah.
I don't think no. For the interviews I've seen of Charles Manson, he seems a little wacko. I read his book, My Life, by Charles Manson. You ever read that?
No, I haven't.
It is pretty. He sounds pretty lucid in the book. I think somebody wrote the book for him. But
yeah.
The interviews I've seen of the guy, he's got a haunted look in his eyes. Like, man, he's out there.
Yeah, because they both say they're Christ. I mean, I was wondering how many crosses we got to hang on the wall now.
Right, he says, I don't know. That seems to be a common mental delusion.
Yeah.
All right.
What do you think they should do about this down there in Waco?
Well, we could beat it to death. That's why I've been talking about it a whole lot. What can we do? We can't knock the wall down. He's got kids in there. If it was just a bunch of armed lunatics, you take the tanks and knock the wall down, I guess, and squish everybody. But there are little kids in there, so you can't really do anything.
How much more their tax dollars are they going to take from us?
Well, I guess humanity has to outweigh over how can you put a cash value on human life?
Yeah.
Right? Okay, thanks, man.
Okay.
I do hope it ends soon, though, because I'm getting tired of hearing about that guy in there day after day. Hi, it's Grease. What's going on?
Hey, Grease. I was just wondering, what is the best way to go into court as appearance-wise?
Suit and tie.
Really?
Yeah, why? What's the charge against you?
Tailgating.
Tailgating?
Yeah, a stupid one.
That is pretty stupid. You must have crashed into the back of the car.
Yeah, no. I was being a typical teenage butthead.
Well, that's a hard charge to make. Normally they don't cite you for tailgating unless you've actually had an accident.
Hmm.
Because if you don't have an accident, your defense would be, well, I was far enough behind, didn't hit anything. But you obviously hit something.
No, I didn't hit anything.
You didn't hit anything?
No. Well, this is like the typical New Jersey cop. He just pulled me over.
Well, all right. Well, don't fight. You put your suit and tie on and show a little respect for the court, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you. I mean, because I haven't been charged with anything, but my first divorce ended up in a courtroom battle. And, and it turned a little ugly. Because we were making charge, counter-charge. And there were a lot of spectators in there from Estelle's side of the family, a lot of spectators in from my side of the family. And finally, when it came my turn to speak again, I said, Your Honor, I have to tell you honestly that Estelle is a nymphomaniac. There, I've said it, and I don't care who hears it. Well, pandemonium broke out at that point. I mean, her side of the family went berserk. My side of the family went berserk. And the judge reached for his gavel and couldn't find it. Looked down at Estelle, and there she was, working. Hey, lady, give me that thing. It was a gift for my kids, for God's sake.
It's the all-new Greaseman Show.
Oh, Nelly. All right, now I am going to play the air guitar. Look at it. Teeth over my lower lip. Look at me. Hunching. That's some ZZ Top. ZZ Top, man. Oh, God, look at me. I'm working up a good lather now. It's the Greaseman show. You made it through. What's cooking?
Hi, Greaseman. How are you?
Very well. How you doing?
Okay. I just found out that I'm pregnant.
Hey, sing hallelujah, hallelujah. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Well, what are you going to name the baby?
Well, if it's a girl, I'm going to name her Lois Ann.
Uh-huh. You know, a lot of people get named Lois anymore. It's another forgotten name. Good. Keep it alive.
Okay.
And if it's a boy?
And if it's a boy, I think I'll call it Danny.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. You want me to check on it, see it's in good health?
Would you?
All right. Let me take a quick break first. If you can linger longer, I got to do a break, and then I'll come back, and that'll be the first thing I do on the other side. I will, through the miracle of modern technology, talk to your baby and make sure everything is A-OK.
Thank you, Grease.
All right. Hang on a second.
Okay.
Stand by for more of the Greaseman Show.
94 WYSP takes you back to Mayberry, Pennsylvania.
Hey, Barney. You know, 94 WYSP and Budweiser are doing a classic rock art show and sale to benefit the AIDS Task Force of Philadelphia.
Well, not to blow my own horn, Howard, but I think I was partly responsible for getting Jerry Garcia involved in art.
How's that, Barney?
Well, I pulled him over for doing 36 and a 25, tried to get him to sign the summons, and he responded with an elaborate drawing of the one-finger salute.
You're kidding me, Barney. He's a military man?
Howard, he's one of the dead.
Well, God rest his soul.
No, the Grateful Dead, you idiot.
It's one of a kind. The classic rock art show and sale.
Anyway, the now famous Bird of Mayberry will be publicly displayed at the 94 WYSP Classic Rock Art Show and Sale.
April 3rd and 4th, brought to you by Budweiser, the rock and roll king of beers, and the classic rock station, 94 WYSP.
It's gonna be a red-hot spring with red-hot deals on red-hot new Hondas. Just head into your participating local Honda motorcycle dealer during Honda's Red Hot Deal Days. You'll need sunblock, sizzling deals like no money down financing, free demo rides, free service inspections and appraisals, a free oil filter when you buy 4 quarts of Pro Honda HP4 oil, even a free Ride Red Honda hat. Better hurry. Honda's Red Hot Deal Days end April 30th. After that, you'll be left out in the cold. See all the hot new Hondas today at Devon Honda in Devon, Motion Enterprises Honda in Hamilton, and Link Cycle Service in Coopersburg. Financing available through American Honda Finance Corporation on selected models to qualified buyers. Demo rides on selected models to licensed riders 18 or older. Giveaway items while supplies last. All offers at participating dealers only. Honda, come ride with us.
I was looking for this irresistible taste when I came upon this irresistible face. Well, maybe she could help me. I've been thirsting for so long. Then she looked into my eyes and sang the Diet Pepsi song. She sang, you got the right one, baby. I could feel it, I could taste it's got a hold on me, right in the soul of me.
Get special savings on Pepsi this week at CVS drugstores. Make the clear choice with Crystal Pepsi. 2 liters, only 99 cents. Try the light, refreshing clear cola with no preservatives or artificial colors and very low sodium. Or choose from your favorite Pepsi brands, including Diet Pepsi and Mountain Dew. Pepsi.
Entertainment complex in the Delaware Valley is at it again. The Pennant presents one of the greatest classic rock groups of all time, the Guess Who. The Guess Who, performing all the classics this Thursday at the Pennant in Holmes, Pennsylvania. The Guess Who.
She's come undone. She didn't know what she was headed for.
Call 237-6549. 237-6549 for advance tickets to the Guess Who.
Maybe I'll be there to shake your hand. Maybe I'll be there to share the land. These eyes.
Friday, March 26th, Backstreets takes to the stage at the Pennant. Saturday, the Chatterband entertains. And don't forget, the Pennant hosts a special edition 94 WYSP after-work party on Friday.
It's a big action-packed weekend at the Pennant, and it all kicks off with the Guess Who this Thursday. Call 237-6549 for advance tickets.
Okay, we're talking with NASCAR driving champion Dale Earnhardt at the start of the Mr. Goodwrench Quick Lube Plus Flaga Winner Sweepstakes. Dale says you could win one of 19 new GM vehicles if you race to a participating GM dealership soon. The Mr. Goodwrench Quick Lube Plus oil change is guaranteed in 29 minutes or less, or the next one's free. Dale says visit your GM dealer now and win. No purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Must be U.S. resident, licensed driver, 18 or older. Sweepstakes end May 15th, 1993. See dealer for guaranteed details.
Christian Hess, college sophomore and Army reservist.
I joined the Army Reserve to help pay for college. You can earn all this money, and you only serve 1 weekend a month, plus 2 weeks a year.
Ann Tilkins, college student and Army reservist.
The discipline I've developed in the Army Reserve has really helped in my college studies. I'm more focused, and I can get myself to study better.
Army Reserve, money for college and more.
Be all that you can be in the Army Reserve.
For details, call 1-800-USA-ARMY, paid for by the U.S. Army Reserve.
You're listening to the Greaseman on the classic rock station 94 WYSP.
All right, look at me. I'm a man alive. A man on a mission. Are you still holding on after all this time?
Yeah, I'm still here.
All right, man. All right, hold the phone up to your tummy. Let's see what that baby's all about here now. Let me play some quiet music and... Hello? Little Petunia?
Not now, Grease. I'm very busy. Okay, let me get myself properly tied off here.
Wait a minute. No. I'm checking on you to make sure gestation is going smoothly.
Yes, of course, gestation is going smoothly. Everything is developing quite normally. Now, I can't speak to you right now, so please, amuse yourself elsewhere.
Wait just a goddamn minute. I'll amuse myself by talking to you right now. What are you doing in there?
I'm planning to do some umbilical cord bungee jumping.
Umbilical cord bungee jumping?
Yes, I grab the umbilical cord and I tie it around my ankle, and then I climb up out of the placenta and I jump. Now, if Mommy is standing properly, I drop past all the kidneys and the liver and right out into the open. And then I say, "Hi, Grease," and boing, back up inside I go. Umbilical cord bungee jumping.
You can't do that. Once you jump out, you gotta stay out. You don't jump back.
Oh, I don't know about that. This umbilical cord's got some real snap into it.
Yeah, I know he's gonna snap into it, but no, you can't leave the placenta and then jump back out again. It destroys the whole delicate balance. What are you gonna go to rent the placenta? You gotta stay in there until the time comes to come out.
No!
Yes. Don't defy me there. Very dangerous.
Well, I'm doing it, so you better warn Mommy. Let me test the strength on this thing. Whoa. Whoa. It's got a little snap into it.
I'm warning you, this is not going to do real well. All right. If you're bound and determined to go through with this thing, ma'am, quickly go ahead and grab the Lady Remington. Yeah, would you? Better trim up the area so the kid doesn't get hung up upon re-entry.
The Greaseman Show.
My goodness, I mean, I'm afraid to talk to these kids in there. Oh, God. Oh, but I've done many a birth. Many of them I've been there. I've witnessed the whole process. Look, I used to be a gynecologist years ago. That's how come I have a handle on all these babies. You didn't know that? You had no idea? Oh, come on. You had to have known that. Come on, I've talked about it. I've mentioned in passing my references to Blauman General Hospital. A lot of people say, Grease, why would you give it up? All those years at Harvard Med, all those years you trained and you dealt with the old and the infirm. A lot of people say, we can't have old age homes. We need AO. We need them. Where else a new doctor's supposed to be able to practice? You know what I'm saying? You need people in there that aren't quite on top of their game so you don't get sued. Yes. God, I loved it. The operating room where I was God. Every day I'd walk in and throw my arms skyward. These hands have been touched by God! Well, I remember I was going through another brutal day. Well, it turned out we had just had Brooke Shields in. She was in town doing a movie and needed a quick exam, so my partner and I were fighting over who got to lick the speculum. And we were rolling around in there. I got it. No, I got it. Well, I get to keep the glove then. All right, you get the glove. I get the speculum. I mean, we're having a little argument. But my assistant, Miss Hotchkiss, stuck her nose around there and said, Doctors, stop it. I said, what is it? Can't you see we have important business we're discussing in here? She said, there's a nun out there. I said, a nun? How do you like that? This'll be a first. Send her right in. Oh, and get the weed whacker. This could be some rough going here. So they send her in, and I closed the door. I said, all right there, sister. What seems to be troubling you? Well, she's not in the room with me maybe 5 to 7 minutes. The door of the examination room bangs open, and she goes running out. But not just running out, angrily running out. I mean, she knocked over the table where I had a nice lamp. That crashed to the floor. She glowered at everybody. She ripped up the prescription little pieces of paper and threw it at the receptionist. And then when she went out, she slammed the door so hard it literally busted around the molding. And then the chandelier came loose and crashed down upon the coffee table. We ran to the window and we watched it. She got in her car and just popped the clutch on that bad boy. Laid down rubber for about 30 seconds until there was a big cloud of acrid-smelling smoke, and then she blasted out, cutting people off into the intersection, and roared out of sight. Then I came walking out of the office. I said, well. The receptionist said, Dr. Greaseman, what possibly could you have told her that made her run off in a huff like that? I said, well, I told her she was pregnant. And one of the guys in the waiting room said, pregnant? I've known that nun for years. She leads us straight and narrow. She took a vow of silence and celibacy. There's no way under the sun she could be pregnant. I said, I know that. But it sure cured her hiccups now, didn't it?
Paging Dr. Greaseman. It's the one and only Greaseman Show.
Dr. Forrest, please dial 118.
Yeah, don't forget Dr. Howard, Dr. Fine. Hello.
Grace.
Yes, go ahead.
How you doing, Grace? First-time caller.
Hey, you made it through. What can I do for you?
No, I'd just like to tell you about an incident I had about a year ago. I'm 18 now, but I was 17 at the time. And,
What happened?
I was driving my mother's car, and I didn't have my license yet.
Okay.
And this lady cop pulled me over with her partner.
Well, why did they pull you over?
I made it right on red on the local boulevard.
And you're not supposed to?
Right. Not in New York, but I mean, when my sister lives in Pennsylvania, you're allowed to.
So, hey, you're driving without a... You'd think, there's an old saying, the safest driver on the road is someone who's just had his license revoked.
Exactly.
So you would think that you driving around without a license would be even safer than that.
I always thought of myself a good driver, you know?
Yeah, but you didn't even have a driver's license. You mean you never took the driver's test?
Well, in New York, you have to be 18 or 17 3/4, whatever it is.
Right.
Ed. But I ain't got my license yet.
So you're driving around, that's a formality, to hell with it. So
my mom didn't know anyway.
So what happened?
So I told her that, I didn't tell her I was underage. I told her that I forgot my wallet at home and I didn't have my license on me. And I kind of looked pretty old for my age. And she was like, I won't give you a hard time if you meet me at the, this bar in the neighborhood after she gets off her shift at 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, sure, definitely. Definitely. Trying to butter her up. So she let me off. So I never showed up that night because she was pretty hurting looking. I mean, she kind of looked like a man.
Yeah, but you could have been in jail for driving without a license. At least you could have done is giving her a mercy stuff.
Got back at me though, Grease.
How's that?
I didn't meet up with her at all. I blew her off. And about a month later, I'm using up the rest of my bottle rockets from 4th of July I passed.
Yeah.
And my neighbor called the cops on me. tell me, just to tell me, like...
You're a regular one-man crime wave, you know that?
Well, some people say. But I'm not in real danger.
So she comes in there, she is again.
Yeah, she comes again, and her partner's like, okay, just keep it down, whatever. And she was like, I know you from somewhere. And then she's like, yeah. And she told the partner that that I was a bad kid, and when I showed her my identification, she got, like, kind of felt stupid.
Right, well...
I was 17.
Well, all right.
She took me down, she hauled me in for attempted arson.
Man, well, you see that? You should have had to drink with her, for crying out loud.
I should have, but,
That's what you learn from this. That's your moral, is you learn a little something from this.
So the whole thing cost me like $2,000 in lawyers' bills, and everything. It got laughed out of court, but still.
Still, who needs the source? Who needs the aggravation there? I tell you can get into more hassle driving. It's a simple thing. You get in a car, point A to point B, right? But then you forget licenses, registration, you got tags that don't match up, you end up with a few belts in you. I mean, I never had more problems than whenever I drove with my daddy, Oscar Greaseman. I just got my driver's license, but that big anti-drunken driving campaign kicked in big time. That's when I got my license. And so I was really big on that because I was a college puke at the time, and I said, now we got to have us a designated driver. So I was out with Daddy and his friend Russell. And we're watching the ball game in this barn. Daddy was the designated driver. So we're knocking back beer after beer. I didn't realize it, that Daddy was running the separate tab at the other end of the bar. I'm thinking he's drinking a sarsaparilla or having some Coca-Cola, and he's down at the other end of the bar knocking back Boilermakers. Of course, now I had a tremendous ability to consume alcohol, so I didn't notice anything unsteady about it. So we leave the bar. Daddy's driving. I'm in the middle, and Russell's sitting by the door. Well, we're just headed on home when up ahead we see the sign. Sobriety check ahead. And Dad is like, oh, my God. I said, well, we're going to beat this one, right? You haven't been drinking. He said, I haven't been drinking. Man, oh, man, have I been drinking. I done had me Boilermakers. I had beers. I did shooters with the barge. I said, Daddy, my God. Well, it was too late to go bouncing over the median and head the other way. So what did Daddy do as the lawman starts to get near our car? He dives over the front seat into the back seat. He said, I can't do this. I'll fail that test. I can't say the alphabet backwards even when I'm sober. So now it seems like I'm driving the car. No way am I talking to the lawman. Because I had been drinking, because I thought Daddy was the designated. So I dive in the back seat. Well, now there's Russell sitting up all there by himself. I said, Russell, you talk to the cop. He said, I can't talk to him. I've been drinking. He dives in the back seat. Now here comes the lawman. He's looking in the window. He's like, who's driving this automobile? We just sat there. And then I said, well, actually, officer, the man that was driving it was afraid to do the sobriety checkpoint, so he took off is what happened. He saw you guys up there, and we were sitting back here, because we have been drinking. I'll be honest with you, we have been drinking, but we had a designated driver who was sneaking booze, and when he saw the checkpoint, he took off. So if you wouldn't mind just pulling the vehicle off to the side of the road, I'll stagger off to a phone booth and call my mama. She'll come get us. He said, y'all get out of the car, right? I know one of y'all was driving this car. Don't pull out. What do I look, stupid? So there we all three are standing there belching noxious fumes as this lawman's looking at us, real suspicious, hat pulled down low over his eyes. He said, y'all spin around. So we spun around one time, and then he looked in the window of the car at the driver's seat. He pointed to Daddy. He said, you're under arrest for DWI. You're coming with me. And Daddy said, wait a minute. How you know I was driving? And the lawman said, well, that's my police ability. I just matched the singe marks on the back of your britches with that seat. Y'all must have ate at Benny's Burrito Barn or something, huh?
Keep it here for more with the Greaseman.
1-800-544-9294 is my number. Stand by for more of the Greaseman Show.
And now for the 20 20-song music marathon, we take you to Springfield.
All right, there's another 20-song music marathon. Now remember, if we don't play at least 20 songs, it's $20,000.
$20,000! Woohoo! Let's see. I need to buy peanut butter, that new power recliner, 5 million kegs of beer. I better put on 94 WYSP and finish my list. Okay, that was the Eagles. Before that, it was the Beatles, Pink Floyd, The Who, Moody Blues. That's a lot of classic rock. Gee, I'm getting hungry. I think I want some pizza. Ooh, pizza. With pepperoni, mushroom.
It's the 20-song music marathon. 20 songs in a row, or we'll pay you $20,000.
I think I'll have a side of cheese fries. Maybe some onion rings.
From the classic rock station, 94 WYSP.
Crackers, mozzarella.
America's Tool Store. It's where you'll find the leading brands. Black & Decker, DeWalt, Stanley, Makita, Husky, Ryobi, Skill, and more. America's Tool Store. More tools than any other store. All at guaranteed low warehouse prices. America's Tool Store. It's in only one place. Home Depot, where you'll find top quality Ryobi power tools. Ryobi is known for building tools that are long on versatility, like their detail sander. Lightweight and powerful, it's specially designed for finishing in hard-to-reach spots. The Ryobi Detail Sander is a sander, scraper, and polisher all in one that reaches where no other sander can. And Home Depot is a proud sponsor of the 94 and 96 U.S. Olympic teams and the Centennial Olympic Games. America's Tool Store. Home Depot, where low prices are just the beginning.
You've probably seen the commercials for the new Nissan Altima. But even more likely, you've probably seen the Altima itself, because not only is it the best-selling new car in Nissan's history, the Altima is the best-selling new car nameplate in America. And for the first time, your Nissan dealer has plenty of Altimas in stock, still starting at $13,000. And now till the end of March, there are factory-to-dealer incentives and low-cost leases on Zs, Pathfinders, Maximas, trucks, and Sentras. There are also incentives on the NX and the 240SX, and the best selection yet on the new Quest minivan. So if you've been admiring all the new Nissans on the road, see your Nissan dealer, because now you can finally drive one home. Nissan. It's time to expect more from a car. Based on sales of new nameplates through February 93, MSRP for Altima XE excluding taxes, title, license, destination charges, and options. Limited time offer. Dealer participation may affect cost. See dealer for details.
When it comes to refreshment, there's nothing like the pure taste of the Rockies. Silver Bullet Smooth, Coors Light. It's the right beer now.
Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Another Bubble Yum crazy comparison.
Hey girl, what's up? Observe, this is a long-lasting, super cool blasting piece of sugarless Bubble Yum bubblegum. And this is a no-poppin', fun-stopping coffin full of vampires.
Good evening.
Oh, no, both are killer and both last a long time.
Hello, girls. I could sure use a snack.
Big, soft, juicy, sugarless Bubble Yum. For fun, it's the only one that counts.
Count. Someone say count.
But only the yum will still be jamming when the sun comes up.
Bubble Yum keeps it poppin'.
Hi, David Garner again, president of Connect Long Distance. You know, ever since I started offering up to 20% lower rates than the big boys, we've had a lot of interest from big companies. But what I want to know is, where the heck are all you smaller companies? We want you to save some money too. So whether your phone bill is $200 a month or $200,000, just remember, we're an equal opportunity saver. Give us a call at 1-800-326-SAVE. That's 1-800-326-SAVE.
save.
You're listening to The Greaseman Show on 94 WYSP Philadelphia.
All right. Let's go back to the blower. Hi, you made it through. It's Grease.
How you doing?
Very well. How you doing?
Pretty good. Hey, I've been a dedicated weightlifter for about 10 years.
That's great.
And the past year, I've been in a big-time slump, trying to get myself psyched and that to get down there and pump some iron.
Yeah.
But, listen to you and all your stories and that, you kind of helped me out.
Yeah, you got to do, when you've been pumping for 10 years like that, you got to do different things that'll give you more impetus to go on, to cross over those little sticking points.
Yeah, but you played a song one time a while back, Beef It.
Yeah.
I was wondering if I might be able to get you to play that. It's kind of late tonight, maybe tomorrow sometime.
I'll get it on for you. That's kind of in the regular repertoire. Yeah. You got to pump up, man.
Yeah. Hey, my wife really doesn't understand what you're all about. I tell her all your stories and that.
Yes, and what does she think? Well, put her on. Let me talk to her. Maybe I can talk some sense into the woman. Put her on.
Okay, hold on.
Let me talk to her.
Here's you.
Hi there.
Greaseman.
Hi. What is it exactly you don't understand?
I don't know. He consumes all his time with you. I don't know.
What do you mean? What's the consume? He listens for 4 hours. We share a laugh. That's okay, isn't it?
For 4 hours, that's the problem.
Is that
Well, let's put it this way. He works nights. It's tonight's his night off. He's at home. What do
Yeah?
you think he is?
Well, he listens to me.
Listening to you. That's right.
Well, so it's not me you hate. It's the fact that I take away your...
I don't know. I think we just have different sense of humors. I don't know.
No, we all laugh at the same thing. Come on, I'll make you laugh. What do you think?
Okay.
I mean...
I do like that Beef It song, though. You can play that, though.
You mean, when I tell jokes, he laughs and you don't laugh?
Yeah.
I don't buy it.
I don't know either.
I don't buy it. I don't buy it.
Maybe it's that, the anger that I have that he's listening to you.
I think that's what it is. Just relax. Let's shed the anger.
Yeah.
Let's shed the anger. Come on, I'll tell you a little story and you'll laugh with me, okay?
Okay.
All right. Now, are you comfortable? Wherever you are you comfortable? Are you...
Oh, I'm comfortable, yeah.
All right. Get up on my lap a second. Here we go. Okay. Let me take you to the forest, okay?
Okay.
See that? You're laughing already. What do you think?
I know. Go ahead, tell me about the forest.
All right. Well, there's this tiny little tree there that... next to all these big old tall trees. And the tiny little tree is kind of getting joked at by all the passing people. They say, look at this tiny tree out with all these massive trees. Well, finally the park closes for the night and the little tree says to a big oak standing by, tell me a little bit about myself. I'm so confused that I'm so tired of taking abuse. Am I a son of a beech or am I a son of a birch? And I'm not even to the punchline yet. You're laughing here like your Benoit balls are going nuts. So the big oak tree looks at him and says, well, son, you're neither a son of a beech nor a son of a birch. But I'll tell you this much, your mother was the finest piece of ash in the whole forest. I tell you that.
That was good. That's a good one.
It's just a little cutesy thing. You can almost tell that at the church supper, right?
Yeah, sure.
Right, so that's...
Well, I have a newfound respect for you, so I guess it's all right that he listens to you for 4 hours a night.
All right, thank you so much.
Okay, Greaseman, thanks a lot.
You bet. I appreciate you calling. I'm just aware. There should be no hostility here. I mean, you may come away shaking your head ruefully. You may think I need to check him from the neck up. You may just say, the guy's nuts, grab him. But there should be no hostility. I'm just a wacky guy. This is what I can't, like, you hear a lot of guys with their boom boxes walking along the street and it's going, but this is what I put on my boom box when I'm walking. Just to show people, hey, I don't mean nothing. Maybe I'll walk around with this when the verdict comes in. You not smile. You can be old and grumpy. And then you're washing the doodad to make it look clean. I mean, this is fun. It's the Greaseman Greaseman Show. Look at me go! Yeah. Now, this is music, huh? You got a hot dame coming over to the house, you put this on the stereo. Yeah. She'll know that you're the kind of guy she can bring home to mom and pop. That's it. Marching around the stereo. Wave to your neighbor. One 1-800-544-9294 is my number. Stand by. There will be more of the Greaseman Show.
This weekend, 94 WYSP puts you in control. You want it? You got it. The all-request weekend.
Yeah, I'd like to request a song. Yeah, can I make a request? Hi, I'd like to make a request. Oh, yeah, I was wondering if you play some John Lennon.
This weekend, you say it, and we'll play it. All request. We'll take you inside Philadelphia's largest on-air music library. And we'll put you in the driver's seat. It's the all-request weekend. I mean, after all, isn't this why you bought your radio in the first place? The all-request weekend. It happens this weekend from the only station big enough to bring it to you. We're the classic rock station. 94 WYSP. Thanks for listening to Philadelphia's classic rock radio station. 94 WYSP. We specialize in only the great stuff from the past 4 decades. And we would love to have your input. Give us a call right now at 668-8320 and let us know how we can better serve you. We're the classic rock station. 94 WYSP.
You've probably seen the commercials for the new Nissan Altima. But even more likely, you've probably seen the Altima itself, because not only is it the best-selling new car in Nissan's history, the Altima is the best-selling new car nameplate in America. And for the first time, your Nissan dealer has plenty of Altimas in stock, still starting at $13,000. And now till the end of March, there are factory-to-dealer incentives and low-cost leases on Zs, Pathfinders, Maximas, trucks, and Sentras. There are also incentives on the NX and the 240SX, and the best selection yet on the new Quest minivan. So if you've been admiring all the new Nissans on the road, see your Nissan dealer, because now you can finally drive one home. Nissan. It's time to expect more from a car. Based on sales of new nameplates through February 93, MSRP for Altima XE excluding taxes, title, license, destination charges, and options. Limited time offer. Dealer participation may affect cost. See dealer for details.
I'd like to talk to you about a great deal for your business. Tickets to the 1993 Bell Atlantic Classic, May 17th through the 23rd. Classic tickets make great gifts. It's a great way to thank your best clients and reward your top employees. The 1993 Bell Atlantic Classic is the only senior PGA tournament event in the Philadelphia area. You'll see some of the living legends of golf, like Arnold Palmer, Chichi Rodriguez, and last year's champion Lee Trevino, shoot it out for $550,000 in prize money, right there up close at the Chester Valley Golf Club. What's even more exciting is all the proceeds go to St. Christopher's Hospital for Children. Tee off at the Chester Valley Golf Club is only 2 months away. So call 215-644-CLUB today for information on advance discounted tickets to the 1993 Bell Atlantic Classic. That's 215-644-CLUB. Great golf for a great cause.
Interrupting all broadcasts. I repeat, interrupting all broadcasts.
This is Radio Free Moosehead, the voice of Canada's oldest independent brewery.
Coming to you via mobile satellite from somewhere near Halifax, Nova Scotia.
With news and views as honest and undiluted as Moosehead beer itself.
Today we bring you helpful tax hints from our accounting department.
Did you know that buying a round of Mooseheads for your boss might qualify as a business expense?
Correct. Save your receipts, because a cold, crisp, refreshing Moosehead beer tastes even better when it's tax deductible.
And while we don't suggest that you cheat on your taxes,
we can suggest how you spend your refund.
Invest in a few cases of Moosehead beer,
hoping the IRS finds your return as easy to swallow as a cold, frosty bottle of Moosehead.
This has been Radio Free Moosehead, the voice of Canada's oldest independent brewery.
We now return you to your regularly scheduled broadcast.
Moosehead, Canada's premium lager, imported but not owned by the Guinness Import Company, Stamford, Connecticut.
Tell me all about this car buying phobia.
First it was the shouting. I got confused. I started to believe the unbelievable. Then there wasn't any selection, and the prices were too high. I've lost all hope. What's the answer, Doctor?
$5 million inventory reduction.
What? The Thompson Toyota and Nissan $5 million inventory reduction is the cure for your car buying confusion. We're overstocked, and that means great selection and savings now through Saturday at Thompson Toyota and Nissan in nearby Doylestown. Find the car you want at the price you want. Choose from over 50 Nissan Sentras and Maximas, over 20 of the redesigned Toyota Corolla. Thompson's got 17 Nissan Pathfinders and 7 brand new Toyota T100 midsize trucks. You'll find amazing trade-in prices, flexible lease terms, and on-the-spot financing that may let you drive your new vehicle home. Now's the time to buy. See newspapers for details. Don't miss the incredible 3-day, $5 million inventory reduction at Thompson Toyota and Nissan, Routes 313 and 611 in Doylestown. It's just what the doctor ordered.
Nighttime radio in Philadelphia will never be the same. Yes, it's true. You're listening to the Greaseman Show on the classic rock station. 94 WYSP.
President Clinton is somewhat hating life. One of his economic advisors tracked him down and said, Mr. President, it's not all gloom and doom. You know, there's a segment of our society that's making a fortune, even in these grim economic times. And Bill Clinton brightened and said, oh, yeah, who? And the guy said, well, it's the factories that make those going out of business signs. They're making a killing. All right, let's go to the blower. Hi there. Hey there. Ho there.
Hi, Grease.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm a fan of yours. I've been listening for a while now, and I just had to let you know, though, tonight you're making me crazy. I wondering what's going on there in your chair. I keep hearing it squeak, and it's kind of annoying.
All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm making metal. I'm going to bring in some WD-40 tomorrow.
Uh-oh.
And I'm going to spritz. Well, I know what I can do. Hang on a second. Hey. Oh, that is... Oh, man, got to kill 2 birds with 1 stone there, little girl, huh?
Great.
Man, that was nice. Thanks for pointing that out. Listen, doesn't make a sound now, huh?
Good.
101 uses for it. Make you a hell of a bouillabaisse.
Thank you, Grease. I appreciate it.
Hey, that's all right. Thanks for being a part of the action here.
Grease, I have a question.
Yes.
I've never seen you. I've never seen a picture of you, and I'm wondering if you could give me a little bit of a description of what you look like.
Well, let me give you an address. You got a pencil you can grab?
Sure do.
All right. Yeah. Well, let me give the address over there. We'll let people with a song in their heart. We're at 600 Madison Avenue. Just write Greaseman Photo. That's the best thing. Greaseman Photo. 600 Madison Avenue, 4th floor, New York, New York. Okay. 10022, okay?
All right.
And they'll send you a picture, but you got to write Greaseman Photo, 600 Madison Avenue, 4th floor, New York, New York, 10022.
Okay. Is it true you have chicken legs?
Will you stop with that? All right. My upper body's a little more developed than my lower body, but...
I heard you're pretty bulky, though, you know.
I'm 6'2", 190, 195 pounds, depending on the size of the masher that morning. Yeah? I am a lumbering daddy.
Oh, great. You sound like it.
Thank you. I appreciate you taking the time to dial me up, and I'm here for you when you need me. It's one constant you'll have in your life, and then I will be here. Relationships will come and go. Jobs will come and go. You'll be fired. At times, people you love will let you down. Your health will even abandon you occasionally. But yet I'll be here, no matter what. You can roll to the radio and crank that bad boy on, and I don't care if your head's pounding and your guts gurgling, your dog's dead, and your parents have turned on you. I'll be here. Let me lumber over to the window a second. Can I do that? I mean, we're not under any formatting constraints. I mean, I should be, yeah. Do you feel it in the air, or is it just me? I know there's a lot of anger, but I'm feeling a little passion. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm getting a distinct feeling there's a kind of all over the town tonight. All over the town you can hear the sound of you know what I mean. There's a kind of somewhere in an old Biscayne in someone's backseat, California chips and other stains. I just hear passion in the air.
Hot, real hot.
So listen very carefully, closer now, and you will see what I mean. It isn't a dream. The only sound that you will hear is Cupid's quiver and implements getting smeared. A zesty sheen. There's a kind of on that old canoe boat driver. Attention is on the bearded clown and one-eyed viper. Now, when I look out the window and I see all that humanity, and I stare out there, that's what I can envision. I'm sure right now, even as I'm running my yap. I mean, there must be people saying, the heck with the economy, let's love life. That's what I see. So listen very carefully, closer now, and you will see what I mean. It isn't a dream, but West Virginia's way of bliss is somewhat different and probably sounds just like this.
Now let you just drop them pants.
Oh, mountaineering.
That just sounds like fun.
There's a kind of all over the town tonight. All over the town, you can hear the sound of lovers in love. Appendages rubbed, a push and a shove. I just hear it. Maybe it's just me. Maybe
it's the all-new Greaseman show.
Maybe I'm just a hopeless romantic. Hi, it's Grease. You made it through. Only have time is of the essence here. Yes, ma'am.
Hi, I just want to tell you.
What's that?
Tonight's the first night that I've ever listened to you, and I think you're hysterical. I'm enjoying this so much.
Well, thank you. Well, you going to spread the word?
Oh, yeah. I will.
That's great. Well, I appreciate it. What do you do?
Nothing. I'm unemployed right now.
Unemployed, hating life. What kind of work you looking for? Nothing. Huh?
Anything right now.
Anything?
Well, no, not anything, you know.
Well, I'm taking applications for bowl warmer. See,
okay.
When I get off the air, I like a mash of, and I don't like that cold bowl.
Okay.
So I like someone to sit there like 15 minutes before I get off. I just kind of warm the bowl. But how big are you? A big woman?
Not too big.
190 pounds worth of woman?
No.
No, okay. Well, then I guess you're a little small.
Yeah.
I'm 190, so whoever warms the bowl's got to be full size.
Still around there, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
It's $12 an hour.
That pays well.
Yeah. So it's not a sexual thing at all. I want to make that clear. No sex involved. It's just I just don't like that thing cold. You know.
Yeah, that's right.
Work hard. I want that thing warm and toasty, and I go in there and you get that first little shock, you know, and you don't want that kind of binds you up a little bit.
Yeah.
I want things to go the other way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I thought a bowl warmer, that thing would be nice and toasty.
Okay.
And but anyway, obviously you're not going to fill that role.
No, not really.
But that's all right. But at least you called to send a little sunshine, so I feel the warmth of your humanity.
Okay, thanks, and I really enjoy you.
Where are you calling from?
I'm on Long Island.
Oh, great. Well, spread the word.
Okay.
I'll meet you out in Yap Hank.
Okay.
All right. See you later. Bye-bye. I can't believe it. Look at this. Unbelievable. It's martini time. Having a long last I get to think of these Grecian Formula 16 stained headphones and everything critical liquid that takes you to the safari with problems safari ball by pain.
Oh, what a relief it is. What a relief.
Yeah. This went too fast. Man, I didn't get a chance to spill my guts about the Reggie White situation. The Jets have made him a 4-year, $14 million offer. Man. Yeah. I mean, you got Philadelphia unloading Jim McMahon to the Vikings, trading Randall to the Raiders, Reggie shopping from town to town. By my count, we got the Water Boys and the Beer Vendors left. What's going on? But we'll look at that tomorrow, I guess. Can you imagine somebody making you a $14 million 4-year...
God likes me! He really, really likes me!
All right, Reggie, calm down. Tomorrow, more topicality. We're going to talk to Cheers writer Ken Levine. He's written Wings. Guy's written a lot of stuff, but we're going to find out that last episode. The show's going off the air, so maybe he can give us a little insight. Should be wacky nonetheless. Till then, I trust you'll have a joyous and blessed day, and as we used to say back in old Mexico City, AMF.
From the city of brotherly love, it's 94 WYSP Philadelphia. Howard Stern all morning. Classic rock and roll all day.